Well, I'm a Dr. 3000. Give me angina.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
We don't like you.
Hi, puppy.
Oh my God.
Poop on your face.
Well, okay, first of all, Justin Bieber didn't pay Usher to be in his video.
Well, here's the thing. Usher didn't get paid by Bieber to be in this video. No, he did not. But he did beat him to a bloody pulp so that he can be in the video. Why the hell would he want to be in that video, though?
And you said that twice in the video, like, really?
Yeah, like,
Really?
Hey, it was only twice. And how about this? How about I keep a tally on you guys and how many times you say jealous?
Yeah, and for sure he said in his thing, yeah, I'm pretty sure in that thing is a very specific, okay?
Yeah, so, you know what? It's not an obsession. I just happen to think Justin Bieber is a good singer, he's good looking, and has more talent than you.
Know your fangirls. Exhibit number 1, they are going to show you their personal collection of posters of Justin Bieber.
So look at my wall. Look at my wall. Door.
If you can see it.
It's a wooden door.
Yeah, up and down.
It's a rectangle.
Yep, we're good. Okay.
Okay, well,
I've got 1, 2, 3.
I don't see you on that door anywhere.
Well, if I had that door, I would basically burn it down. I mean, seriously, who the fuck would want a door with all that stuff? I know not me, and certainly not you.
You and your little...
Well, Justin Bieber posters.
People think he's gay?
Oh, trust me, he is.
No.
People think he's black?
Hello.
No.
Nah.
He isn't black, but he tries to act black. And he utterly fails at it.
He's the whitest kid I've ever met.
Okay. My puppy's passed.
Okay, so, you know what, dude? Alright.
Why are you watching this video?
So, let's...
Nobody hates him besides you and your weird wife.
No, all the guys hate them because they're jealous.
Okay, for starters, one at a time. Secondly, that's a lie! Just because we don't like him doesn't mean we're jealous of him. I mean, the guy might be a good person in real life, yes, but his music videos and all that lot, they all suck.
Because he gets all the girls.
Hi, I'm a Dr. 3000.
This is
I'm
you.
a Dr. 3000.
We're watching
oh
you
my
and
God.
making fun of you as we record.
Oh my God, you look
our
like a
songs.
doctor to me. Can't remember one thing. What, you got memory loss?
Good job, brace face.
I don't got braces.
Okay, listen, you hooker, you puppy-loving freak, and you Chinese scoff look-alike. Insults like that are not gonna get you anywhere. Insults like that just suck ass.
Today we're gonna talk about Justin Bieber.
Today we're going to talk about you and how ugly
Justin
you are.
Bieber.
One at a time, please!
We're gonna talk about how ugly you are, buddy.
Whoever thinks I'm jealous there, wrong. We're definitely not wrong. You are
Bill,
jealous.
look at the voice.
You're the ones who are jealous and butthurt and all that sort of stuff. Whenever we say something valid on the reasons why we don't like Justin Bieber or any of his stuff. Okay?
Voice meter. It's you talking.
You're jealous.
That's how loud you are.
No, that's
Okay.
Jealous.
Trust me, he's not.
Jealous.
Whatever the hell his name is.
His name is Justin Drew Bieber. Get it right.
I ought to break a broom handle off in your ass.
Okay, now let me get this straight. You're saying that we should get things right, like his name, when in technical terms you should get things right, like, oh, I don't know, respecting of opinions of people, respecting other opinions from people and why they hate Justin Bieber.
Would you like me to spell it out for you?
JUSTINBB.
DERGREWBIEBER.
Hard.
Seriously, guys, do we really need all that ear rape going down our ears and with you forcing yourselves in front of a camera like that? I mean, truly, we didn't go in front of a camera all that much, but you did thrust your arms forward, which does count. And with all of that speaking together, just give me a big ear rape.
What's your name? We don't care.
I'm a Dr. 3000.
I said we don't care.
Dude, if you're a doctor, go do surgery on yourself.
It's just a YouTube username. Boys, ready the nuke. Tactical nuke ready. Turn the key.
Give yourself some balls instead of a vagina. Vagina.
I don't like him. I don't like his
You don't
We
like
don't like
you.
you. We don't like your music at all. Wait, you don't sing because you suck.
And you had
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
no talent.
Dude, you look fat in the video.
Nice unibrow going on there.
Uh-huh.
Unibrow.
Oh, there Spanish.
Some people even thought he was black.
Yeah,
He's
right.
not
You
My wide-angle lens is about to burst!
are making up crap.
Where
Okay,
are
that
you
is
getting this
crap.
stuff?
You and your little blue steel look there.
Like, you can make up stuff. We don't really care. No one's gonna believe you.
Well, a lot of other people seem to believe him on that occasion.
He's not gay. He's not black. I mean, can you really think he's black? I mean, there's a difference in their, like, voice box. You can just tell. And they're just like, it's a difference. Like, you can tell. He's not gay. He likes girls. He's been out with girls, you know?
Yeah, recently he's been going out with a girl older than him. So, yeah, he has a thing for older women.
Like,
He's kissed
seriously.
girls.
Would you like pictures? Cause
You want to post some pictures of you kissing girls? Oh yeah, go on the streets and go kiss that fat chick.
Good gravy. The jokes on Happy Meals are funnier than this.
That's all you'll get with your man,
That's all you're
John.
gonna get.
so let's continue making fun of his video. It's fun.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I just saw his video and I bet you he paid, like,
Well, he did not pay us for understood that you gay little homosexual.
Wow, talk about a Justin Bieber fangirl tantrum.
he probably
Paid.
Dude,
Haters.
He probably paid.
No,
that's
no,
like the second time. What are you gonna say? The third time?
Yeah, he is.
We're not here,
Oh,
Ready? Let's go.
You know what? Since you're not going to speak one at a time, I'll turn the key.
not that off.
you know.
He doesn't sing like a girl.
Well, judging on how high-pitched his voice is, he kinda does.
What are you posting these bubbles for?
He thinks like a girl. I'll do that right now.
Yeah, it's kind of gay.
You're kind of gay.
For goodness sake, only one at a time! Jeez, the video quality is alright, but the audio quality is absolutely terrible. That's the reason why you need to know what your audio quality is before you upload a video. I can barely even understand you, cause I'm getting so much earache with you talking all at once.
He's probably rich and he did probably pay us.
He's not rich and you said it a third time. There's one more coming on.
Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm pretty sure you know him. His name is worth over $1 billion. I'm pretty sure you know his fan base as well. I hear, oh, Sonic is dead, and Sega sucks all the time now. Screw Attack voted Sonic 06 as the worst game of the decade.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say Screw Attack is wrong on that fact, am I?
You might, but I am. You see, Shad711 said it best. The game that Sonic 06 was up against was Big Rigs, and Sonic 06 was still at least playable. Big Rigs was completely broken in every way. You could not even play it for more than 5 minutes. So think about this. Why would you put a playable game over a broken game in a top 10 countdown of worst games? That is just the stupidest move I have ever seen. And plus, sorry, it shows on how much I hate Screw Attack even more. Their stupid decisions. I mean, it seems like they haven't even played Big Rigs at all.
From 2000 to 2010. And most of the people's arguments were that it was because it was not as good as 2D Sonic.
No, most people's arguments were that the game sucks because it was glitchy, had terrible controls, and terrible level design.
Have you ever seen any of the comments on that bloody video of theirs? Because it was just mainly complaining about new Sonic not being like old Sonic. So Sonic and Tails for life. Are you fucking blind?
So you're hating a game because of some outside factor? That's like hating Super Smash Bros. Brawl and thinking it to be the worst game of the decade because a certain website ruined it for you. Yes, people say that.
Well, let's just get one thing straight. Brawl's a good game, but Sonic 06 is not.
That's where the problem comes in Sonic and Tails for Life. That's an opinion, not a fact.
When I was on Screw Attack, I finally, after Sonic winning the award, asked, why do people hate New Sonic? They said, the games suck. Well, one guy said that.
And the sad part is that guy's right.
The sad part is that the guy is wrong, because if you're just going to say that, it doesn't prove anything that you say. You need to elaborate in order to prove your points. Do you get it?
Another guy said it was because it did not have the momentum that the other games had, meaning running fast despite all obstacles. Now, I'm going to admit it. I prefer Sonic in 3D. Seriously. As a side note, I said that on Screw Attack, including seriously, and someone still asked me if I was joking.
Well, the first question I would ask is if you are high at the moment.
Did I miss something here? Something funny said?
Do I need to define what seriously means to them? I learned that in kindergarten. If you are asking if I am joking about this, I will block you.
Well, someone's a little sensitive.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Yeah, that's laughably hypocritical coming from a guy who reacts like Kirby MSC when it comes to constructive criticism given to him. Yeah, dude, you're like Kirby MSC when it comes to taking constructive criticism. Someone's a little bit sensitive? Yeah, you're a fucking hypocrite.
Anyway, one of the reasons I prefer 3D Sonic is this. You're running really fast, going through shuttle loops, and wham, you hit spikes on the wall and die. That happens a lot.
Yeah, if you suck at the games, maybe, but if you're good at the games, that doesn't happen to you.
There's fail, and then there is epic fail, and then there is failure. The older Sonic games rely too much on trial and error in order for you to win them. That's the point of what Shadow Star was trying to make.
Would you rather have that, or this?
I believe I will take the running into spikes for 2,500, Chauncey.
Okay, so anyway, I tried reasoning with them, because an opinion means nothing if you cannot argue it, or say why it is your opinion, and they denied me. They mostly talked about Sonic 06. I only played Sonic's first level of that game.
Then you're in no position to judge.
Well, he might be. Since he has played the first level of Sonic 06, he is at least allowed to give his first impressions of the game of what he thinks so far.
It was fun, especially the part where Sonic went fast.
Well, guess what? People with a brain don't like glitches, bad controls, bad level designs, Sonic moving incredibly slow.
Hold on! He literally showed gameplay of Sonic going high speed. Yeah, like I said before, are you fucking blind?
And let's not mention the part where you play as Tails in that level.
I also added to not tell me dying 2 times on the Mach speed part was 2 times too many. I died 2 times. Because everyone dies in video games. Guess what they said. But it is 2 times too many.
Now I just want to point out the retardedness of that comment that was sent to Shadow Star. Because, think about it. 2 times is too many if you die in one video game. How is it? Even at one stage. There are even some hard games that you might be able to die 5 or 7 times in a game. And you say that's a little bit too many. That's just as retarded as saying dying 20 times on Battlefield Bad Company 2's multiplayer is 22 times too many. You're gonna die over and over again, and you should admit it. Twice, it's not enough. Over 22? Yeah, that's too many for you.
I wouldn't say it's the fact of them dying, I would say it's the fact of the way they were dying. You know, by hitting invisible walls that should not be in the game in the first place.
Well, aren't you questioning the fact that he didn't say why he didn't die? I mean, he would have said that he died. Died somehow. I mean, I died only once, and that was by running into a pole. I didn't run into any invisible walls or glitches or anything like that, you know.
Then sarcastically said I beat Mega Man or some other game famous for difficulty on my first try. I guess it was made fun of. Me. Idiots in large numbers is scary, isn't it?
Well, not as scary as someone as stupid as yourself.
I understood you cannot bat 1,000 in video games the same time I learned what seriously meant in kindergarten. This isn't a rant about screw attack, though, so let's go on to other people. Like I said before, idiots in large numbers are scary. I never win an argument I am outnumbered on, no matter how flawed they are. For example, they told me Shadow the Hedgehog sucked because of the ratings it got. I told them that they were ignorant critics that made these reviews because I saw all of them and it made no sense to me. Oh, the controls are too loose. It does not take that long to get used to. Oh, it has guns. Don't pick them up. Besides, don't you love first-person shooters?
Insult time! Time to see how much insults I can make to this retard in just one statement. Wait a minute. Who counts as one?
I'm beginning to think you're too dumb to insult.
Shut up, you fucktard.
First off, the controls are bad. They don't respond that well.
Okay, mate, listen up. The controls are not bad at all. They're good. The only problem that they have is that they're a little sensitive. That's it. That's all there is to that. Sensitive controls. That's basically the control scheme that Shadow the Hedgehog has. Sensitive controls. They don't take that long to get used to. And yes, they respond perfectly fine. Fucking idiot.
When they say they're too loose, that means they're sloppy. Wrong! They're bad, they're unresponsive. Second of all, you need the guns in Shadow the Hedgehog to complete most of the puzzles.
Kinda funny I know you say that, my Sonic obsessive friend, despite the fact that you're not my friend. Some of the puzzles that I completed in Shadow the Hedgehog, I didn't even need the guns for.
And the gun shouldn't be in the game because it's a platformer, not a first-person shooter.
Hey dumbass, have you even noticed that the gameplay between Sonic and Shadow was a little bit too similar in Sonic Adventure? They needed to divide the gameplays a little bit? Has that ever crossed your mind at all?
Those are two different genres.
One more thing about Screw Attack. I know, I talk about it too much, but anyway. I asked why they thought Metroid was a better game than Shadow the Hedgehog, and they said, because it is.
I don't know, it could be because Metroid has good controls and good level design.
Despite the fact that Metroid's level design was confusing as fuck.
Before I go on, what is the definition of a fan? In my words, it means someone who likes something. These fans hate Sonic in 3D. Hate Sonic, Sonic fan. I saw someone on YouTube who was like this named Darkness the Curse, whose logic made no sense. He hates Sonic Riders and Shadow the Hedgehog because of loose controls. It says Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, a game that controls took longer for me to get used to than the first Sonic Riders, says, oh, it just takes time to get used to. It's the same thing, darn it.
You know, you do have a point. Those are all 3 bad games.
Did you pay attention? He just said 3 games. He didn't say they were bad.
You have the prequel, Sonic Riders, the sequel, Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. Both suck. And don't get me started on Shadow the Hedgehog.
Eat shit and die.
Sorry, but you forced me to do that.
And the people that like some 3D games, don't get me started. They are all pretty much the same. The mainstream ones, anyway. Running, flying, gliding, shooting, that's all. So to like Sonic Adventure 1 and hate Sonic Adventure 2 is trivial.
Yeah, it's just too bad there are very few people out there that are that stupid.
What?
Just sorry.
of the other games, like Sonic 06, I could see people hating for glitches, and Sonic Unleashed for the Werehog. But if you like one of the following games but not the others, something is wrong with you because they are way too close. Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, and Shadow the Hedgehog.
I hate to break it to you, you fucking idiot,
Just shut the fuck up and get a job.
but Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog are completely different from each other. The only thing that's similar with them is the graphics and the voice acting.
Only the graphics are the same. The voice acting is done by a different company. For kids. Okay, do you understand?
People say Sonic is dead, but he was in much deeper trouble than this before. Sega Master System, anyone? Sonic 2 on the Master System is one of my least favorite games of all time. Why? You could walk through some walls, rings were harder to get, the boss at each stage gave you no rings. One hit and you die.
So you hate games with a challenge to them.
He was saying that the difficulty is unbalanced.
And how you couldn't fit into one area when you were underwater, and you drowned it.
What? English, motherfucker, do you speak?
Not funny, plus not funny, equals not fucking funny! If you want a joke to work, you need humor! Don't you know that?!
Second, Super Monkey Ball is in much more trouble. If you played Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, good for you. They were awesome, weren't they?
What does Super Monkey Ball have to do with this entire topic?
It's called a comparison. Do you even realize how common they are in some rants at all?
Also, Sonic Unleashed sold 5 million copies. If you need help figuring out how much that is, count to it. Pause this video and count to 5 million. I'll wait. If you counted at the rate of a number per second, it would take, without resting, almost 2 months. If the series is dead, why is it selling so well?
That still doesn't change the fact that only half of Sonic Unleashed is considerably good, and sales don't determine the quality of a game. They just
Yes and no. Sales do not tell how a game is good or not true, but it proves on how common it might be, and how well other people would like to buy it if it's that good.
determine that Sonic's still really popular.
Are we done yet?
I really hope so.
No.
Oh, god damn it, I can't take much more of this.
Ha! There are people who complain about everything about Sonic, from his eye color to his voice. Many people have talked about this before, so I'll make it short. Big deal. If Sonic sounded like Martin Burke again, I'd see your anger. But Jason Griffith is okay.
No, the fuck he's not. All the 4Kids voice actors suck dick.
There were some decent ones, you know, and I'll be honest, I thought the 4Kids voice actors did a better job than the old ones.
Finally, Sonic changing. People hate it, right? Imagine if every video game changed. Let's imagine Shigeru Miyamoto said, "Oh hey guys, let's put Mario in outer space." Sounds horrible, right? That idea became Super Mario Galaxy, one of the highest rated games of all time according to critics.
You know what? You're right. Change is good. For example, Sega and Sonic Team. Hey guys, let's give Sonic a sword. That idea became Sonic the Black Knight, one of the worst games in Sonic's history.
Worst example ever. If you wanted to compare your statement to his, then why don't you equal it with a good game from Sonic's franchise at all? Would it kill you to do that?
What about putting Call of Duty in modern times? I'm sure you know what came out of that. 20 million online gamers in Modern Warfare 2.
Hey guys, let's put Sonic in a world where he interacts with humans. You know what came out of that? One of the worst animes ever created, Sonic X.
The anime wasn't that bad. It had some flaws, yes, but it wasn't all that bad.
If you disagreed with anything in this video, leave a comment, but argue your opinion. Did I say once in this video, the game sucked, or it was good, without saying why?
Let me show you how to have a good argument.
Didn't pay attention, right? I'm skipping.
Besides saying when 4 of the games were alike? Not really.
And you were flawed in that too. I already explained how Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog are not alike, and Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are completely different games.
Yeah, you failed at it, so go back and see why.
One last thing. The same people who have been ranting, begging Sega to make a good 2D Sonic game, have boycotted Sonic 4. Why? Just because he looks different? Longer legs? I mean, I know it takes place before Sonic Adventure 1.
God damn it, that guy was freaking stupid. Okay, video over.
There's one thing you should know about Sonic Unleashed before spending your hard-earned money on it. It's a big piece of garbage.
Say that again to my thousand-eyed, shadowed face.
Big piece of garbage. That should probably be enough to warn off anybody who's thinking about playing it.
It didn't stop the legion of Sonic fans from playing it, and it didn't stop me from playing it. So why are you even bringing that up? That alone is not going to help you, your statement.
But I guess we should talk a little bit more about it, just in case you like to hear this tortured sound of my voice.
Teacher, I know the answer. Who gives a rat's ass?
Yeah, do we even give a rat's ass about your voice?
It's games like this that make reviewers rethink their lives.
Don't you mean Superman 64?
Now, I have a theory when it comes to Sonic games. Someone at Sega hates the Hedgehog with all his might, and he's going about trying to sabotage the franchise with these awful games.
Why would Sega want to sabotage Sonic, the only leading mascot they...
This is the only explanation that makes any sense to me. Pretty much every decision made for this game was the wrong one.
You saw that clip? It said you failed. And you know what? The game is right. You failed.
And Sonic ends up taking more beating than a piñata because of it.
Did I miss something here? Was something funny said?
The gameplay in Sonic Unleashed is split up into 3 equal parts. There are daytime stages which are actually very good. There are nighttime stages which are actually complete rubbish.
Night team stages? Where the hell did he get that up from?
And then there's also the hub city where you do a lot of exploration stuff, and that's boring as can be.
If hub worlds and open world environments are boring as can be, then how come games like Red Dead Redemption and Pokemon can be sold at rocketing amounts of sales? Huh? Answer yourself that.
Now, the daytime stages are actually pretty fun. It's fast platforming that is mostly on rails, and for a brief moment you might actually think to yourself, wow, this is what a current-gen Sonic game should be.
Guys, how should a current-gen Sonic game be? As I said before, I'm not a fan of the franchise.
The daytime sections aren't perfect by any means. The jump button can be fatally unresponsive at times, and it's just a lot of trial and error gameplay that can get a little bit repetitive after a while.
That is not even a fact. That's just a lie. The jump button was responsive at all times when I had the opportunity to use it.
You know, if the game was just 3 hours and only contained these daytime sections, it wouldn't be such a bad thing, and actually, it'd be a pretty good game.
Are you saying that if the game was 3 hours long and had the same current element that would fuel it, you would say that it would make it a good game? No, it would make it an absolutely appalling game. Do you even get what I'm talking about here?
You know, I can even overlook the stupid airplane part that they stuck in, which is a rail shooter where you don't actually really get to shoot guns.
I think I'm getting the IGN virus. Dr. Martin Semper, are you getting the IGN virus?
We do not want this sickness. This is sick, and it's therefore deviant. We do not want it.
You know what? I agree.
But see, the problem is, the sun goes down. And what happens when the sun goes down? Well, of course, Sonic turns into a werewolf. Oh, excuse me, werehog, if you want to use the official terminology. Now, the reasons why he does this as well, it's not really worth getting into.
It is worth getting into. May I remind you that you're reviewing a fucking game? Also, it is even more worth getting into because at the same time, it's part of the story.
However, you should know that the game changes completely. Gone is the speed of Sonic, replaced by a bunch of boring, brawling sections.
Brawlers are never boring. They're actually pretty damn cool.
The frame rate's bad, the camera's bad, and the fighting stuff is just tedious and terrible.
Okay, I can forgive him for the frame rate being choppy, but it's only up until the points where you get more than 30 enemies on the screen. That happens in all games when you get a lot of enemies on the screen. Secondly of all, the camera is good, but there's only a few points in the game where you need to adjust it. Now, I'm gonna ask you this one question, and you guys know what's gonna come. Make a valid argument now, before I pull the frickin' trigger.
As a werehog, you go around beating the crap out of stuff and performing a bunch of really bad platforming sections.
Doesn't Prince of Persia have all these platforming elements as well? Like the same types? So the guy's a frickin' hypocrite. He gives Prince of Persia a good score, but he doesn't even give this game a chance.
Oh yeah, and you have stretchy arms, cause, you know, everybody knows that werewolves have stretchy arms.
Okay, for starters, it's a hog. Big difference between a hedgehog and a wolf. So, since werehog has been introduced in Sonic Unleashed, any feature can be added onto the werehog. For example, he can have complete control over himself, he can talk, and he can also have those stretchy arms. Werewolves, yeah, you have no control over yourselves, you like to howl, and also you can't, you like to destroy stuff. Big difference.
Even worse is that these stages drag on for like a half hour each. There's no excuse to extend the pain this much.
What the fuck were they thinking?
First, being a nitpicker for all the things that have been introduced into the werehog, then being hypocrisy of this being equal to Prince of Persia and God of War, and now you're saying that takes a half hour. I can fly through this in 5 minutes. What the fuck are you talking about?
This guy is unfucking believable.
Sonic the Werehog makes Biggs the Cat look like an endearing character. Yeah, it's that bad.
Invalid argument is invalid. Also, I was told that Biggs the Cat had gameplay that resorts to fishing, so you would rather prefer fishing over combat scenarios that equals God of War, Devil May Cry, Prince of Persia, and all that sort of jazz? Once again...
What the fuck were they thinking?
Even if there were just those two kinds of levels, this game wouldn't be that bad. Sure, you'd have to endure the horrible nighttime levels, but you'd always know that the daytime was coming soon enough and you'd get to enjoy those. However, Team Sonic didn't want to let any slip-ups happen. They had to make this game bad. So how do you make it worse? Well, first, you add completely unnecessary RPG elements.
That's barely even like an RPG. Seriously, I've seen games that have elements like those, and they barely even represent an RPG.
XP for every bad guy you kill, and then you can spend this XP to increase things like Sonic speed or your Werehog's moveset. It's not so terrible, but it does seem unnecessary. I mean, really, do I need to pay to upgrade Sonic's speed? Shouldn't Sonic be as fast as he can be from the get-go? Isn't that the reason why I bought a Sonic game in the first place?
In each and every video game, you get certain power-ups to make your character stronger in every progression. But you're wondering is that you bought the Sonic game just for pure speed, and you're wondering if that's the reason why you bought a Sonic game in the first place. Well, why the hell did you buy Sonic the Hedgehog 1, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic 3, Knuckles, and the Sonic Adventure games? I'm pretty sure your answer lies there.
But that's not all. I've saved the best for last. Convinced that Sonic fans don't just want to run really fast and have fun, there are hub worlds. These terrible, terrible hub worlds.
What's wrong with them? They're only about the size of the towns and cities in Pokemon.
Oh, and you can cleanse people's souls by taking pictures of them. I'm not even joking about that.
Well, this is an opportunity to make a joke about it. I mean, if that was the case, and if it was game trailers and they were making a proper elaboration or review, then they would put a joke there.
It's kind of like having a group of 5-year-olds come up with ideas after giving them a bowl full of sugar. Sure, there are fun parts buried inside, but don't subject yourself to the pain. But the best thing I can say about Sonic Unleashed is that it does at least make the old Sonic the Hedgehog games look a whole lot better.
Someone please tell me how the fuck that is supposed to make sense.
For the full written review, head on over to IGN.com.
Duke Nukem has not aged well. He's an icon of gaming, the star of Duke Nukem 3D that helped shape the first-person shooter genre back in the mid-1990s.
And you're playing Duke Nukem Forever, which is a modern variant of Duke Nukem 3D. Also, he didn't shape the first-person shoots as in the 1990s. Wasn't that GoldenEye 007's job?
After a preposterously drawn-out development cycle, we see him return in Duke Nukem Forever, a game that feels dated, derivative, and at times embarrassing.
How is it embarrassing? Like I said, all it is just a modern variant of Duke Nukem 3D.
You can't decide if it wants to be a mindless, old-school shooter, or a modern game that strives to be competitive in the current market.
Duke Nukem Forever basically contains the Duke Nukem 3D gameplay, whilst having the graphics and puzzles of the modern games.
It tries to straddle over a decade of genre progress, and too often falls flat on its face.
Oh, I'm sorry, I've fallen asleep. Was that a joke?
That was fun. Was it good for you, baby?
The story is simple, as expected for a Duke Nukem game. Aliens are attacking, and Duke needs to kill them. As he kills, he'll spout one-liners ripped from movies and generally reinforce his narcissistic, sexist persona.
Come get some.
Okay, I can give you one thing. The story is simple for a Duke Nukem game, but that's the reason why I like it. As long as it's simple to that sort of game, it's bound to be enjoyable. Secondly of all, Duke Nukem is basically a parody of all action heroes who normally gets all the girls and that sort of stuff. That's what he is.
He feels like a relic, an ignorant personality that's remained shuttered in a basement while the rest of the industry moved on.
That's a lie! Wrap it before you tap it.
That's who Duke is, but what's really disappointing is nothing creative was done with his stubborn refusal to grow up in a world that has. Instead, Duke is still an offensive child with no redeeming qualities, and for some reason we're supposed to love him for it.
Well, of course we're supposed to like it. You guys remember what Random DCE said, didn't you? I mean, he said the way that they did it is sticking true to the character's original design. I mean, it's simple as that.
Duke Nukem Forever looks old, which may not be surprising considering the development time. The environments that are meant to impress fall short because of the bland colors and a general lack of artistic flair.
Odd, I found the graphics to be absolutely fantastic. I mean, the colors are... I mean, it's all colourful. I mean, I saw dozens of colors that I haven't seen in much of the first-person shooters we have now.
A majority of the giant bosses and combat encounters are decently designed, but most are forgettable.
Are you kidding me, dude? I still remember that giant beast that you're showing right there, and also I still remember that queen with those that alien queen. You know, guys, the one with those 3 bazookas on her? Yeah, that one.
Finding guitar music will slide from your memory moments after you hear it, and the story, as meager as it is poorly told.
What did you expect? It's a Duke Nukem game.
It's down to you and me, you one-eyed freak.
Duke's staple personality may remain intact, but his play mechanics differ. He's got a regenerating health bar in Forever, and can only carry 2 weapons, mechanics pulled from the games he takes so much pleasure in dismissing. Duke gets shotguns, rocket launchers, and freeze rays, which aside from the shotgun, lack any real punch or sense of impact.
Okay, for starters, since you can carry only 2 guns, the designers were trying to make it a little bit more realistic. I mean, can you really hold 9 guns at once? No, you can't. Also, certain weapons in Duke Nukem Forever can work best on other enemies.
The on-foot fighting sections in Duke Nukem Forever are decent entertainment as you aim and shoot at pigs and teleporting jetpack soldiers and circle strafe around giant boss monsters. What's irritating is just about everything else. There's a lot of filler content in Duke Nukem Forever's story mode, from poor imitations of Half-Life 2 physics puzzles to dull, unnecessarily long platforming sequences that do nothing but frustrate.
Okay, for starters, Duke Nukem has always had those physics puzzles, even before Half-Life. I mean, you guys do remember Duke Nukem Operation Manhattan. I think that's the game's name. And also, Duke Nukem has always had platforming segments in his games.
An over-reliance on stationary turret sequences and some poorly implemented underwater sections certainly don't help matters, making the experience feel clumsily patched together.
You do realize that this was in Duke Nukem 3D, do you?
Once the single player is over, Forever includes a multiplayer mode where you'll take part in standard deathmatch, capture the flag, and king of the hill modes. Thanks to more classic online shooter design like jump pads and weapon spawn points, it's without the identity crisis of the single-player mode, and can be chaotic fun with crazy weapons. As might be expected, there's a persistent leveling structure that lets you unlock silly stuff, as well as items to take a look at in Duke's explorable penthouse.
I'll give him that. The multiplayer is pretty much chaotic and can be a lot of fun with friends.
Thanks to the protracted development cycle of Duke Nukem Forever, he's achieved a legendary status he doesn't necessarily deserve. Forever is not a renaissance of old-school shooter design or a middle finger aimed at an evolving industry. It's a dusty, muddled experience with some decent shooting sections and a lot of poorly designed filler. Forever may be good for a brief nostalgic rush, but there's little else worthy of praise about Duke's tangled, awkward return.
Oh, there it goes, there it goes. God damn it. Since he's saying the game is old, it's bad, and it should be a little bit like some of the modern games like Call of Duty and Halo. Oh boy. It's because of guys like these that makes me be ashamed to be a fan of Call of Duty and Halo. I'm just sick of people trying to compare games like Duke Nukem to Call of Duty, all because of their different gameplay styles. Fuck you, dude. Tactical nuke ready. Turn the key.
For more on Duke Nukem Forever, head over to IGN.com.
We all have things that tick us off in life. For example, bullies, drugs, and hard-to-control children.
Let's not forget you.
I can ignore all of these things. However, there's one thing that's been bothering me that I can't ignore.
More important than immature children, more important than bullies, more important than even the worst of the ones you've mentioned, and that is drug dealing. Alright, I got my epic fail cats ready for you. What is it?
I'm talking about these users my age end up showing their complete lack of thoughtfulness when reviewing a video game.
Are you basically inclining that you're having a problem with adults your age and up reviewing a video game while throwing in stuff like coarse language? Now, guys, how the hell is that supposed to work? Because ain't the majority of games that come out these days are normally, I don't know, rated 12 and up? Rarely will you see any games that are rated E or E10 or 8 or 5 and up or 3 and up or U or whatever the fuck kind of rating system you have in whatever continent you have. Yeah. So that's your reason why? You're basically inclining because of that one in particular reason. Yeah, dude, there's a reason for all of that.
It's like someone pursuing a PhD but only reads comic books. There are 3 things that I can't stand. First of all, a few of them don't use a script.
It's something called improvising, mate. Haven't you seen something called, oh I don't know, whose line is it anyways? A fucking hilarious, a really good and a really hilarious show. I highly recommend you guys check it out. Basically what happens is that every actor on that show improvises. They do whatever they can to make the audience laugh. Alright?
I wonder if they have written down any notes at all.
Look, mate, do you really want me to explain how improvising works again? Seriously?
Secondly, many of them don't edit the footage in the videos. It's basically footage that occurs as if you turned on the video game console and started to play from start to finish.
By the time I got the video off you, the criticism that you took, you said that you agreed that it was a Let's Play, but it was a review in the style of a Let's Play. How the fuck does that work, Goptil? There is no reviewer or video game reviews out there that behave like a Let's Play. You're either watching a Let's Play, a playthrough, a walkthrough, or a review. Those are the only categories that you'll see that represent a video game of those particular types. If there is supposed to be a walkthrough as well as a review mixtured into one, then that's just highly impossible. You cannot do it in that sort of way. You'll explain only little amounts of things whilst you're playing through the game whilst at the same time you're trying to concentrate in it, and that's the style of a walkthrough or playthrough or let's play. Yeah. So that's basically what you're inclining. That's a let's play, walkthrough, or playthrough, not an actual review.
And the third one is the worst of the worst.
Oh joy, here we go.
I'm sure some folks will object to this complaint. The worst part about these guys is repeated profanity and vulgar actions.
Ah, great, I thought you would be doing something like this. Look, mate, cursing is going to be found wherever you'll go. No matter how hard you try, if you try ranting on it to try and get rid of the stuff, it won't go away, and it will stay with us forevermore. Secondly of all, you're a fucking hypocrite. You want to know why? You've been saying on the internet that in one of your GTA video game guides that your video contained coarse language. Yeah, hypocritical much, methinks?
Thought so. But let me explain. When you don't script yourself, you sound boring with a lot of uhs, ums, and many pauses.
I guess he saw this guy.
The Nintendo Shit Cube! Now, the reason I call it the Nintendo Shit Cube.
To be more specific, how would you like it if a radio or TV announcer started telling a story and had no idea how he or she would tell it? With all the stammering and time wasting, wouldn't it make you want to change the channel? We usually only get to see the first few levels of the game you're reviewing. That doesn't always show us the troubled points you're describing. Sometimes people watching would want to see the later levels. I certainly would.
Okay, mate, pay attention to me, and pay attention to me really well. If there are some reviews out there that only show you the first level, that's to show their frustration on the game's difficulty. If a game is too hard, alright? I mean, a prime example would be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Do you even understand why now that people only tend to show the first levels? Huh? Do you?
I don't want to see someone continuously failing to pass a stage or level and having to start over.
I do not want to repeat myself about reviews, walkthroughs, or playthroughs from earlier on. Go back to that statement.
The third problem, profanity and disgrace.
Hold on! This was supposed to be a rant about video game reviewers. So why the hell are you bringing the nostalgia critic, a movie reviewer, into these myths? Granted, he has only reviewed one game, but still, he's a movie reviewer. Why the hell are you comparing him to video game reviewers?
Actions is the #1 reason why most game reviewers are hard to enjoy. This problem raises a big question.
First off, I kind of agree with where you're getting at with the video game reviewers throwing out curse after curse after curse after curse. That does get somewhat annoying. However, some video game reviewers actually learned how to balance these curse words so that they can make them unpredictable and enjoyable. Secondly of all, what question?
Do you absolutely think it is necessary to spew out dirty language and have it bounce off a viewer's eardrums?
The fucking bastard doesn't even know what the fuck he's on about. Fuck you, you shit. Fuck. In name of fuck off. Okay, I'm really sorry for doing that. But for some reason I just felt like the need of saying it. Yeah, mate. People at times like to hear dirty language in video game reviews, or curse language. It shows off how angry they are a little bit more. Well, except if you're the irate gamer. Either way, yeah, that's how it works.
I mean, think about it for a minute or two.
How about new, you crazy Dutch bastard?
Do you want to know why dirty language is a huge deal?
Good God in heaven, Newbie, there are just so very many ways for me to say this to you. Never, not in a million years, absolutely not. No way, Jose, no chance, Lance, yet, negatory, nah, and of course my own personal favorite of all time, man falling off of a cliff. No! Dr. Cox?
It's mostly because of two important points. The first point is, the inappropriate words being launched out of your oral cavity like bullets just make you sound quite unintelligent and not even funny in the slightest.
Oh, I highly doubt that, mate.
Too many reviewers' favorite words are the F words, the A words, and the S word. Those words have basically replaced every possible adjective, noun, and interjection imaginable. I feel as if people are devoted to these words as if they were awesome presidents or prime ministers. Honestly, guys, can't you think of something better to say?
Hey, it's not your choice to say whether anybody should swear or not when they're doing a video game review. If you want to have a video game review where nobody swears, then find video game reviewers that don't swear, or do video game reviews of your own where you do not swear. Alright?
Or a better way to say it, swear words are just a crutch!
How are they?
Besides, you should really take this into consideration. It's also the second point I want to make. There are children who use the internet.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Like I said earlier on, the majority of games that come out these days are normally M-rated games, 18-based games, or whatever, depending on the kind of country you're in. Yeah, that's the reason why cross language is often used in reviews like that. It's also used in reviews of games that are literally far too hard for people to just endure. So they often throw the curses in a pretty balanced way to show how mad they are with the game. So yeah, do you see now why they use cross language? They use it at points like those.
That's right, I said children. What if a kid stumbled upon your review and started reciting out loud, "This game is a piece of shit. I can't stand this crap anymore. I'm done. Have a nice day."
Did I miss something here? Was something funny said?
They'll be sent to their room with soap in their kissers, along with a glass of water and a bucket.
Soap in their mouths, a glass of water, and a bucket. What? Someone please tell me how the fuck that is supposed to make sense.
Don't you realize that when a child hears other people cuss, he or she will think that it's cool?
Trust me, mate, they'll understand what swear words will be as soon as they hit the age of high school years. As soon as they do that, they'll be getting into coarse language very quickly. They won't hear it because of the internet. No, they will hear it because of other teenagers in high school firing them out like there's no tomorrow.
Don't you want to set a better example than that? Hey kids, guess what? It's alright for you to mimic me, because I have amazing talent. So forget about Fred and Smosh. Watch my videos. You'll be cooler than they are.
Not funny, plus not funny, equals not fucking funny! If you want a joke to work, you need humor. Don't you know that?
Impersonating Darkness the Curse like that was one of the biggest fails I've seen in my entire life.
Oh, man. I sure don't want to say that again.
Then may I ask, why the hell did you put it in the video?
Whew. To put it simply, using profanity and vulgarity during a review of a video game is unnecessary. It's also just plain boring. Wrong! This suggestion is directed towards 3 reviewers that people seem to pay the most attention to. Chris Bors, the irate gamer, James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, and Douglas Darian Walker, that guy with the glasses.
Must I explain to you once again that Doug reviews movies and not video games?
I have an idea. Why don't you revise some of your reviews when you get the chance? Sure, it's a truckload of work, but if you do that, you might just end up with more fans.
Wait a minute. You're saying that the fan base is judged solely upon them cursing instead of them elaborating? Yeah, Gubtil, you're a fucking idiot.
Right now, you might either be throwing a hissy fit or wondering, what would be a good review to watch? Well, luckily, I know 4 places on the net where civilized behavior is found. Nightwing01's YouTube channel page, Strange Gamer's channel page, GameSpot.com,
Never.
and GameTrailers.com. That's a total of only 4 places on the net, and on one hand, where civilized reviews can be found. Think about it.
Exactly how many times do you want me to think?
Who wants to hear a person my age or older shout loudly and curse like a sailor over a video game?
Despite the fact that it might be... You know what? Forget it. I've already explained this to you all once before, alright?
Your parents tell you to stop shouting over a game when you're young, and at your age, that info should be hardwired to your cerebrum. Even though you're acting, the cursing is abrasive and tiresome. Let me assure you, I like the work of James Rolfe, Chris Bors, and Douglas Walker.
Look, you see, mate, this is where the point of your rant comes to a complete halt. You want to know why? You're saying you like the work of James Rolfe, Chris Bors, and Doug Wallace. That kills the entire rant since they curse.
However, there are a few things about those reviewers that make them less enjoyable. Take Mr. Rolfe's work, for instance. He puts his reviews up on 3 different websites. GameTrailers.com, ScrewAttack.com.
Fuck ScrewAttack.com. I'll give you the reasons why I hate them right now. They act like fanboys. The reason why is because I can explain it for most of their top 10s, explained in a nutshell. They complain about character designs and not being linear to the classics. That's it. That's ScrewAttack in a nutshell. They behave like fanboys. Hence the reason why I don't like them. And besides, a prime example is their top 10 unnecessary reboots, when they said that the reboot of Bionic Commando was not put on because of gameplay. No! They put it on because they didn't use the same old Duke Nukem-like character design. Do you even now know why I despise ScrewAttack.com? They don't even elaborate on gameplay, the important part of the game.
And Cinemassacre.com. All reviews I've seen are flooded with swears and common crude phrases. His movie summaries on Cinemassacre.com are similar, except that they are not as loaded with bad language as his AVGN videos. Even if Rolfe is part of an R-rated movie site, there is no need to include things like, they'll kick your ass till shit comes out your ears.
There's a rating system there for a purpose, you know. It's to show the parents what age category is for that specific person. It's not to show that it's for all ages, alright?
I can understand crude jokes and many swears in an R-rated movie or mature-rated game, since it's authentic for where the action takes place. However, in a game review, not to mention a movie or TV show review, the included vulgarity and profanity is out of line in place. If these guys used their intellect as well as their talent, the audience scale would broaden out beyond 12 to 15-year-olds. Thanks a ton to everyone who has watched this.
Since it was nothing but thank yous at the end, I'll just skip this bit, because the rant is... over! What the... Okay. What the heck is this? Is this a guy's intro? I'm saying everyone's entitled to an intro. Just weird, is this song not matching with the actual thing of it? It's just more of a slideshow, look at it! Is this hedgehog Bloodshot? I'm pretty sure it's Bloodshot. God, these 3 colors are lazy. What the hell, why is Shadow camouflaging with the background? Better yet, why does he have those blue marks on him? Oh my god. These are terrible. What the hell? Hello, oil thing. the hell is this? What the fuck was all that?
Let's speed this up, this is tedious.
If you don't like my intro, deal with it because it will only change for me.
Are you kidding me, dude? The intro's terrible! That was absolutely terrible! It's more or less a slideshow rather than an intro. And she's right, it is tedious.
Hi guys, Gyro again. Anyway, some idiot got buttered over my Gyro versus Slap.
Okay, I'm kinda wondering what is it with this guy in Speakonia, cause it's really not helping him out.
Happy Gator video.
Which was apparently for hate speech, which I have no idea who actually did that. But may I actually just say... Oh, dude, seriously. Me and Bacon, bro. We was on Skype last night, and when you was getting all butthurt over it and that video got deleted, we couldn't stop laughing.
It's official, I need to get Skype. Sounds a lot more fun than MSN.
Are you mocking me, you ignorant twit?
Vanderbear, an idiot! Of course she was mocking you. Do you have any idea how much you suck?
So it was removed by YouTube. Lol. Anyway, I am still going to point out Slap Happy's fail, because all she does is fail.
Alright, I just want to say this first. I'm commentating on both his vids, one of Slap Happy Gamer's remake, and this one right now. So, I can't do them individually or it'll be a bit too confusing in my opinion. But even so, you're saying that you're going to point out her fails because all she does is fail? Not good enough, mate. You need to elaborate.
Are you going to add any reasons onto that? I mean, you can add on that lots of reasons on why my videos fail, like maybe my mic quality's a little bit fuzzy, or maybe you could point out how my accent is fail. Are you actually going to give reasons besides saying I'm fail because I'm fail? Because that's the same equivalent as going up to a guy in a pub saying he's an insensitive jackass and then not giving a reason for it. It just makes you look like an idiot.
Don't laugh at me. I said enough. Everything about you fails.
Wrong! That's not good enough, mate. It's seriously not good enough. It's just not good enough. You need to give out actual real points on why she is nothing but fail. Just saying she is fail is nothing but... It's nothing but fail for you. Oh boy. I'm going to be shouting later on, so you might want to turn down your volume.
I'm no idiot, so yeah. I'm going to cover the points I covered in my other video again.
So technically, you're going to use the same excuses, the ones that I overcome in my other video, which I'm going to put in the link down below, or you can go look at my commentary in my channel. But technically, you're using the same points I overcame and that I pointed out, and so, what's the point? That means my points still stand. Are you an idiot?
You are.
Not good enough, mate. That is seriously not good enough. If you want to point out on why she is an idiot, you have to give actual fair reasons why. Just saying that is not good enough. It just points you out as the idiot. Do you understand, you ignorant recoloring twat? Okay, I'm sorry if I offended anyone out there, but still, how obvious must this kid make it?
There was no criticism, only troll comments, unlike Gyroshity like this one.
Too little. Show more.
Well, who the hell is that? Are you going to explain?
At least I tried to explain. Also, in that first video you made about me, you did talk about like Gyroshity. So why don't you actually stop lazing around on Skype and actually look at people's channels?
There's fail. And then there is epic fail. And then there is failure. Seriously, I'm just astounded by your amounts of failure that is coming from this one commentary of yours. It sucks. Oh, God. You are not even putting any fair facts or any fair reasons into this commentary. That is just not even making you look smart or even improving you.
We can make world peace. Noobs who deny it like you are the reason we can.
You are comparing recolors to World War I earlier on. World War I of all things. You have no right to say that we can make world peace when you made a comparison like that!
Go look at Dark Templar's Kane commentary, which would be a commentary on my video, because I think he said it pretty well. And I think that just speaks for what I would say, really.
I did. It failed.
What? 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 Seriously, what? What?
Just
Sorry.
Okay, if anyone is even able to wrap this up better than I can, be my guest, because I cannot even stand this guy. He doesn't even give any elaboration at all. Barely any even gang dude. He is even worse than that. Good God, this is terrible. Oh, alright. I have a question for you. Elaborate now, before I fire!
I was not comparing them.
Yes, you was. You used it as an analogy, done it the similar way, yada 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 yada. Yes, you was comparing. Many people agree with me on that.
I will repeat. I do not compare internet drama to real-life events.
First off,
That's a lie!
secondly, you claimed in one of your earlier videos that you compared recolors to World War I, one of the biggest catastrophes ever!
Stop saying I do, you noob, so yeah. Goodbye.
Dude, sorry, this is where I have to say it. There was no point in this remake. There really wasn't. You want constructive criticism? I'll give you constructive criticism. Your video got deleted for hate speech, which I somewhat don't agree on, even though you was actually directly insulting me on that video.
I never directly insulted you.
Sorry, I'm going for two! Ah, that's it, I'm wrapping it up!
You suck! Your recolor is shit, your friends don't like you, and this is a load of bollocks, and I'm getting sick and tired of it!
What are you? Stupid?
But there is no point in this remake. You're using the same exact points that I easily pointed out.
The point of this remake was to repost my other video minus anything that could be considered hate.
Well, what did you expect? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm shouting this much. I'm becoming like Tubos. And I deeply apologize for all that.
So you've actually contributed nothing to your points. My points still stand until you can actually think of a logical way where my points are just faulty, and you haven't done that yet. That's why people agree with me and not you.
People agree with me too.
Wow, common that can be common. Okay, here it goes. No, people do not agree with you. Ha!
One thing I need to do first, though.
What do you mean you have to do? Punch a child? Because that looks like you're punching a child to me. Huh? Pardon? That's it, Envy. What are you talking about? That looks nothing like her. Yes, her hair color is different?
I based it on some color pics on your videos and your blank pics you use in commentaries. Her hair color is not different.
You are not the designer of this character of what Slap Happy Gaming has made. She made the character, not you. So she says whatever she says about that character. She says her hair color is different. No shit, the hair color is different because she knows her own character. You dumbass.
She doesn't have the white streaks, and even her clothes are different. Huh? Oh, you mean he isn't butthurt over anybody else? Oh, I see. Thank you very much. Just... okay. Sorry about that. I, had to talk to, the behind-the-scenes people. Apparently, that is Zitanvi. I can point out many flaws, but first of all, I just have to say, no wonder you're frickin' recall. I mean, just look at that.
There is nothing wrong with my artwork.
Haven't you had a look over of any of your other recolor artworks? Because they're not known as art at all. It's not art. Even if that was classified as art, it would not even be art. Slap Happy Gamer is a lot more of an artist than you will ever be.
It looks like you're punching a child. No, even better. It looks like you're punching a rag doll. Anyway, don't worry, I'll show you a little clip of one I've done. It will look a whole lot better, trust me. Anyway, people, that's been Slap Happy Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.
Okay, this is Gyro, not Jipu, saying bye.
Hey everybody, this is a Knothole resident. As you can see here, I am very pumped up about Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I've been getting tons of comments about it. The trailer was just released, and I'm going to go ahead and watch it live here on YouTube. So here we go, everybody. This is the Sonic 4 trailer and my initial reaction, live, caught on video.
Well, this doesn't seem all that bad so far. I mean, it's just a simple opening to a simple reaction video. Should be okay as far as I can tell. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not commentating on the part when he's holding his plushie right there, the answer is simple. I have a Decepticon figurine in my room, and yeah. So if I say that, I would be a big hypocrite, so I'm not going to commentate over that.
So here we go. You ready for this, buddy? We waited over, what, 16, 17 years for this? It's your long-awaited comeback, yay!
On second thought, I take that back. Collecting them is one thing, but literally talking to them and thinking that they are real, that is sad.
Here we go! Sonic the Hedgehog 4! Oh, classic! Yeah, Sonic 3!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Wow, that was some great timing!
Okay. Mixed reactions here.
Are you kidding me, dude? The teaser trailer only showed Sonic and just a couple of seconds gameplay. That's it. How could you get mixed reactions from that?
Sorry, buddy. This is not exactly what I anticipated. Here, why don't you sit over here? Let the adults speak.
Adults? Please, mate. Joshua8428 is more of an adult than you.
You've been under a lot of stress lately, especially
It's just a toy! It can't feel anything!
for the past 5 months. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Where to begin? Where to begin?
It's just a goddamn teaser trailer.
Sega. Let's talk for a second. What part of retro don't you understand?
Retro? What are you talking about? That was retro. It was just point A to point B, old school Sonic style retro gameplay. That's it. That's what you asked for. Wait, are you sure you're seeing right? Are those glasses right for you? They don't look so. You should have went to Specsavers, buddy.
From the amount of concept art and the black-eyed Sonic you used in the Hedgehog Day banner, that immediately gives us old-school fans the impression that Sonic 4 would reflect the classic Genesis games.
But when the guy left and took all the Sonic designs with him, not the original designer, the one who was took in charge after the original one, when he left, he took all the copyright issues to that Sonic the Hedgehog, and therefore they couldn't design over him anymore. In other words, they could not use classic Sonic.
And I'm just not seeing it here. I mean, I'm not sure if you caved in to the little kiddies again, because all I'm seeing here is a rehashed Sonic Rush game ported to the consoles.
Sonic Rush had several different types of gameplay on it, which made it far different from any of the other Sonic games. See, I don't play any other Sonic games anymore, and I haven't even played Sonic Rush, and even I know that, you fucking idiot.
The same ugly, stretched-out, green-eyed Sonic fighting the modern-style Eggman. Is that what he's going to be called too?
Well, that is his English name, so yeah.
Dr. Eggman? Ugh! I'm so infuriated right now.
Look out, it's an old-school Sonic Fag tantrum. Really, mate? You're really gonna throw a hissy fit all because of a fucking character design? Good God, you're really bad.
This is a complete turn-off. It's incredibly misleading. I mean, Sega, you have a lot of nerve. No, you have a lot of balls to even place this as a long-awaited fourth installment, because it just conjures up the same shitty garbage from the 3D games.
Garbage? What are you talking about? Unleashed was awesome, Colors was great, yet at that point in time, the game wasn't even released. So, word of advice for anyone like that, wait till the fucking game comes out, then give it a chance.
I mean, I'm looking at this right now in disgust. I mean, this is appalling. This is abysmal. I mean, I, along with most people in their late 20s, was expecting the classic-style, black-eyed Sonic.
No, but guys like Darkside Phil, who are people in their 20s and up, were expecting Sonic 4 to be reminiscent to the old-school gameplay, not character design. Get that through your head.
This is... Oh, wait, that's Tails. So stressed out I can't even concentrate.
And for some reason I like it when people fuck up like that.
This is Sonic! This is the classic Sonic! I bought this plushie in 1994! Look! Beady black eyes! What I'm seeing here, the same ugly, stretched-out bubblegum abomination I had to suffer through for the last decade! Ugh! Oh, I'm so pissed off right now. It's like...
Now I'm really pissed off.
The Sonic cycle has started again. I mean, where is the classic Sonic? The classic black-eyed beat...
Like I said the last few couple hundred times, the black-eyed BD Sonic can't join because the designer took the copyright issues with him.
Beady-eyed Sonic fighting Dr. Robotnik in the classic Genesis form. Is that so hard to understand? I mean, granted, the level design and the gameplay looks aesthetically pleasing, no gripes there.
Hold on! You're saying the game's gonna suck, not because of gameplay or level design, but of character design. There's fail, and then there's epic fail, and then there's failure.
but it's the feeling of nostalgia that's completely lost. There is nothing like Mega Man 9, because Mega Man 9 was like a worthy installment to the Mega Man series. 8-bit graphics, it's consistent.
But what Mega Man 9 didn't do was a new Super Mario Bros. Yeah, this is Sega's attempt of a new Super Mario Bros.
Where is the consistency? I see nothing here. This is a rushed out port game from a DS title that's downloadable for the console. That's wrong! All it is. It's a fucking Sonic Rush game. You know what? I am not even going to classify this as a legit Sonic 4 title.
You have no choice, mate.
I am not even going to place this in the classic library of Genesis games. Hell no. Fuck that shit. This entire marketing hype did nothing but set us up for disaster yet again. And you know what's really sad? You know what's really depressing about this whole thing? I mean, I can't even speak here. I'm just lost for words. I'm looking at the trailer, and I'm just... I don't know what to say. I mean, my reaction is teetering on insanity here. I mean, we've waited nearly 6 months for this game, and this is what you give us? I mean, this is depressing. This is pathetic. If this is supposed to be a 2D comeback, I'm not buying it. Literally, I'm not going to buy this game because the amount of effort, the marketing schemes, the way it was hyped up to appease us older fans,
And the newer ones.
I see 5% of that. Ooh, 2D gameplay. That's not good enough.
It is good enough.
I see the same shitty Sonic and Robotnik from the adventure games, the 06 games, Unleashed. Library continues, but this is not retro. I'm sorry. I do not have any feelings of nostalgia. This is not the worthy follow-up to Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Tactical nuke ready. Turn the key.
I'm sorry, Sega. You failed in delivering 3D games, and you failed in delivering 2D games. Fuck you. I'm done with this franchise.
Turn the key!
Where's the damn pause button? Oh, there we go. No, before I go, I think Sonic weeps for Sonic Team and everybody at Sega, because us old school fans, we had a lot of faith in what you had to show.
No, he's begging you to get the hell off of him.
And you let me and this poor guy down.
Somebody please get this guy the hell off of me!
Your life. Goodbye.
Fuck! Why, Sega? Why did you have to make this fucking game that fucking sucks? Fucking cool, fuckers!
Quiet!
And fucking ruined the fucking freaking Sonic fucking series and the whole fucking franchise. I mean, this is the biggest fucking Dragon Ball Z fucking ripoff ever!
If anybody was smart enough to know, they would know that Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan form came after Supersonic form. So technically it's the other way round. You dumbass.
This game fucking sucks! Wrong!
I haven't played it, but I do know that it does not suck.
It's the worst fucking game in the fucking whole Sonic franchise!
Once again, I am inclined to show the picture.
Tell him like it is, Jadso711. Perhaps that might get it through his thick head.
Fucking gay, retarded, and for fucking faggots! Now let's get started with this fucking review!
You know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing this fucks. Every time he says fuck, I'm gonna play this clip.
Ha! When you put in the disc in the game, it
I'm trying so hard just to find all these F-bombs, but they're just driving me insane, and plus that joke it will get old very, very soon. You know what, how about we just skip the intro and head to the good bit?
It should be the fucking regular Sonic, and then after that, they say it's a complete replica of the fucking Green Hill Act 1 fucking zone, and it's not. It fucking doesn't have crab meats, it doesn't have the fucking moto bugs, it doesn't have neutrons. All it has is fucking bug bombers and a few choppers.
Just because a stage doesn't have all the enemies you want in it, doesn't mean that it's not the same stage. It is still the same stage. All you just need in it is the stage's style. That's it.
This is not fucking Green Hill Zone, this is a fucking rushed up piece of shit for a poor ass excuse for a bonus for 180 emblems. It's a fucking waste of time, and it fucking sucks.
Oh, like you?
And Sonic shouldn't have the homing attack in that level because he didn't have it. So shut the fuck up, this game fucking sucks, it's overrated, it gets a negative 1,000 out of 10. I mean, fucking damn, negative 9,000 out of 10. Fucking yay! Go play Mario, Zelda, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, you fucking
Yeah, I am trying to get angry. You're making me all mushy. Let's go, buddy. Where's your puppy cat, huh? Alright. I know. I've seen you in a while. Time to go, okay? Come on, go. Watch out, puppy cat. Alright, time to get down. Alright, sorry about that, buddy.
40 seconds. That took you 40 fucking seconds. If I recall correctly, you're one of those infamous YouTube partners that uses Sony Vegas. So why the hell didn't you go through any of the trouble in order to cut that bit out? That part took you 40 fucking seconds. That part was entirely worthless! Also, I have heard from several other commenters who have done a commentary on this guy that it's hard to go even through the first part due to his incoherent screaming, and they said not to wear any earphones. Now, in all honesty, I don't even see what these guys are even talking about. I mean, it's just a little bit of rage. So what? People get it. I mean, I have my earphones in, and you don't see me complaining about
Gamers! If you care about the future of gaming,
what the hell, dude?
you get your walls! Get up! Hand on! Come back! Learn! Do not get caught property!
All this rage over just one game? Seriously, critic, what the fuck?
Please! I'm begging you. Do one good thing for gaming.
A good thing for gaming? Come on now, critic. The only good thing for gaming I can think of is people admitting the fact that Superman 64 is one of the worst games out there, scratch that, the worst game out there.
Don't buy it. Don't buy it. First of all...
Wow, you're so mad that you're laughing. That's kind of creepy.
Those of you who bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3... Who told you about an incomplete game?
Okay, Blackbuster critic, tell me why Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was an incomplete game in the first place. And don't give me the lack of characters excuse.
It wasn't just me. It was a lot of other people too.
Despite the fact that they were flawed.
It was obvious the game was lacking in many different quantities.
Quality over quantity, mate. And no, guys, I wasn't doing that as a joke.
Like, the characters.
Who cares about the number of characters? It was still a good number overall.
Gameplay modes.
Arcade mode, challenge mode, tag versus mode, mission mode, online lobbies, online tag battles. Gameplay was lacking in quantity. Yeah. Critic, you're a fucking idiot.
The available DLC, because remember, they promised that they were going to support the game with tons and tons of DLC, and that's what you're all waiting for Capcom to come in and rape your wallet for all these new characters. I'll get the costumes, I'll get the stages, I'll get the music.
Critic, shut the fuck up! Stop shouting! Ugh. It's not even making your video entertaining. And I know that there are some people out there who do shout to make it entertaining, like J-Eazy, El Presador, just to name a few, and the Black Baron as well. But in all honesty, those guys were entertaining. The Blackbuster Critic is not.
But guess what's gonna happen with the release of Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3? No more DLC support for Marvel's Capcom 3. You just got screwed there, buddy!
Well, what do you expect? Capcom does that. As soon as they bring up a new game, they stop supporting the old one. I mean, seriously, haven't you seen the unknown thousands amount of Street Fighter 2 titles that has been going out, like Street Fighter 2, then Super Street Fighter 2, then Street Fighter 2 Turbo, then Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and then so on and so forth? Seriously, Critic, how could you not even notice that from a company like that?
For the disc, only a retail release.
Like Super Street Fighter 4.
Now, why couldn't they make it a DLC update like they did with Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition?
Well, it's in the game's name, Critic. I mean, can't you obviously notice it? It's called Street Fighter 4 the Arcade Edition. Arcade games are normally downloadable now. You can't find them in any other store. And since he is bringing up another shouting point during this next mark, I'm just gonna skip it.
To trade in, guys, Marvel's Capcom 3 is $8 right now.
Oh, so it's turned into a staring contest now? Okay. Am I winning? Please say I am.
$8. The game is only about 5 months old. $8. You can buy it new for $29.99 or buy it used for $26.99.
It's about 20 quid over here in the UK. Sweet, I get it cheaper!
And if you must play these games, buy it used.
Buy it used? How about no, Critic? We're gonna have to buy this stuff when it comes out in the first place. There will be no used or pre-owned or second-hand copies as soon as the game is released.
Do not give Capcom any more of your money.
Look, Critic, we're not gonna have any other choice. And besides, Critic, you're ranting on a game that hasn't even come out yet or hasn't even shown any gameplay footage yet. This is an even bigger fail than the Sonic fans reacting to Sonic 4 and because of a modern Sonic being in it.
And I am saying this with all seriousness that I can muster in my body. Do not give them any more of your money. Let some other poor sap buy the game and then trade it in, and then you buy that used copy. I know buying it used is gonna make Capcom do even more stupid garbage.
Then what was even the purpose of bringing that up? In all honesty, Blackbuster Critic, just why the fuck do you even bother? If you're gonna bring up an argument like that, you must at least think first before you even act. You know what? Fuck it. Is there even any hope of talking any sense into this guy?
Like how they're doing that one save game for the Resident Evil game for the 3DS.
despite the fact that it was a debut game. Yeah, seriously people, Resident Evil Mercenaries on the 3DS is a debut game. Do you expect debut games on certain consoles to be perfect? Of course not. I mean, either way, they're gonna have flaws no matter what.
Just one save file that you cannot erase. You play your game once, you're done, buddy! That's it! You're screwed! You're done!
You know what, I'm not even sure if I can stand this anymore. If he makes one more argument when he just shouts, and shouts only, I'm just ending the commentary there and then.
But Blockbuster, they're offering so many new and exciting new features in the new Ultra Remote vs. Capcom. I gotta buy this one now because this is the official game. This is the full release. This is the whole thing. This is what I'm waiting for.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
Worst James Bond impersonation ever.
GoldenEye is basically a first-person shooter game, the genre popularized by Doom.
Wrong! It was actually Wolfenstein 3D that started the whole entire franchise of first-person shooters, you dumbass.
Nintendo has emphasized that GoldenEye is not just another Doom clone. This may be true, but GoldenEye hardly redefines the genre.
Of course it redefines a genre. Why do you think that gamers consider this game to be the best first-person shooter game out there? Think, motherfucker!
The graphics are excellent, except for the blocky human figures.
Oh, wonderful, another graphics saw. Look, mate, if you want perfect graphics in a first-person shooter game, then play the Wii version of GoldenEye, or play Battlefield Bad Company 2.
The surface textures are beautiful, and you can see far into the distance. You can see even further with a sniper rifle, which lets you zoom in on the horizon to aim at unsuspecting guards. The zoom feature on this gun can be awkward, though, especially when you're aiming at an alarm button, which you want to destroy.
Now why the hell would anyone want to use a sniper rifle over up-close distances? Hell, I would barely even know anyone who could do that. Oh, technician! But even so, why would you use it at up-close distances? Just use your handguns!
There's an easy solution to this problem. Don't use the sniper rifle for aiming at objects.
Then you're telling people not to use a sniper rifle at all.
GoldenEye 007 has 20 stages in all, 18 on the low difficulty level, and one extra stage for each of the higher 2 difficulty levels.
I would normally say this, but Too Funny Version 4 has already said it for me, so I'm gonna let him say it again.
If you go on the high difficulty levels, you can unlock 2 extra stages, the Aztec and the Egyptian stages.
Regardless of the difficulty, the game is automatically saved after you beat any stage.
Hey, big god, auto-saving is a lot more better than manual saving.
Without this feature, beating the game would be impossible. In fact, beating the game is impossible on the higher difficulty levels.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a noob! Wonderful!
Do yourself a favor. Don't even try them. You still get an ending with low difficulty, and as far as we know, the ending does not change along with the difficulty.
It's the same thing with all games. All games have the same ending on all difficulty selection. The only way that it's going to be different is the way on how you play the game.
The ending is pretty stupid. It reflects the lack of emphasis on cinematic sequences in the game.
And just wait for the goddamn PS3 for a better cinematic ending.
There are very few cinematic sequences, and even those scenes constitute only the camera swooping around the landscape of a new level. In the ending, Bond escapes in a helicopter, and then we see him kissing Natalia in the jungle. She goes, "Ooh, James." And the credits roll. Whoop-de-doo. Although there's not much plot development in the cinema scenes, the actual gameplay, what you do in the game, keeps the story going on its own.
Like in all first-person shooter games. Dude, how many first-person shooter games have you played? Because by the way you played this one, it seems like this is the only first-person shooter game that you've played.
Moving over to play control, you can adjust the commands assigned to each button on your controller without any trouble. You will surely want to change from the default controls to make the game handle more like Turok, Dinosaur Hunter.
Okay, I'll ask this. Why the hell would anyone want to change the control set, even to something of a game that they might not have played yet?
The control is not flawless, no matter what the setting. If you're looking down while walking over a gun, you won't pick it up. If you're looking ahead while walking over it, you will. Now that's stupid.
If you're looking down whilst you're getting shot at, you're gonna be getting your ass handed to you with so many bullets hitting you over and over again. But if you look up whilst picking up the gun, you'll be able to pick up the gun and still shoot at the same time. You're stupid, mate.
Moving the crosshairs is also difficult. You can switch weapons safely by pressing start.
Or alternatively, you can just press A.
Bond will look down at his watch, bringing up a menu system with everything you need to worry about. If you beat the game on the hardest mode, you will open up hidden levels for the 4-player minigames.
Navigator, I haven't played the multiplayer on this game. Hell, I haven't played the N64 version at all. So can you please tell me if the multiplayer is worth it?
Which we can't show you because we only have one controller.
Well then get some more.
And frankly, we don't care about the multiplayer stuff. No one buys a game specifically for multiplayer options.
The multiplayer in some games have become so powerful that they can actually make story modes completely obsolete.
GoldenEye is an excellent game, even with its flaws.
We got another hypocrite here, guys. Earlier on he said the controls were flawless, and now he's saying the game is excellent, even with its flaws. Wonderful.
Experienced players will beat it quickly, though, so some of you might be better off renting it.
Wrong! When it comes to some veteran players that can beat games pretty dang quickly, they want to keep that game so that they can still have that great challenge for theirs without having any hassle. For example, I've kept Resident Evil 5 over the past couple of years, and I consider myself a veteran player. Hell, I've been doing a veteran playthrough of it.
Our last note regarding this game is about the bungee jumping scene. Look at this. It looks like he's jumping without a rope. To make matters worse, the camera is all screwed up. He jumps. He jumps again, from a different angle. What the heck? Is this some new funky directing style or what?
You need to shut the fuck up!
It's just a goddamn cutscene. Stop being so nitpicky.
Okay, enough of Bond.
Review? More like nitpick fest.
Metroid Other M seemed to hold promise when it was first announced, but now it has arrived, and holy crap, it sucks for so many reasons!
Yet you've touched only one of those reasons, and that is Samus's constant monologues.
Hang on tight, Metroid fans, this is gonna hurt. The story is a far bigger part of the game than in any previous Metroids, and it's a big part of the problem. The conspiracy side of the tale is just fine, but mostly it's concerned with Samus and her vast, sweeping insecurities related to her past. Samus's characterization in Other M is absolutely unacceptable.
Unacceptable? A character's backstory is not unacceptable. If it was unacceptable, we wouldn't even know anything about any other great characters out there. There's too many for me to name, but still. A character's development and backstory is highly acceptable.
And frankly, insulting to her fans in general and female fans specifically.
Look who's talking, bitch. You were making fun of a female fan base a lot more than Samus was. Oh wait, scratch that. You insult the entire fan base yourself. No matter what game you review, you nitpick on even the tiniest things in one game and make it seem like it's a completely huge problem. That's the reasons why that's the reasons why your reviews suck ass.
This woman has saved the galaxy half a dozen times over, and she's standing around moping over this Atom guy in long, droning monologues.
Countless times, you do know that this game is a sequel to Super Metroid, in other words. Basically, this takes place after Super Metroid. And, if I'm referring this correctly, this is basically a prequel to every other Metroid games.
This sounds less like the most badass bounty hunter in known space and more like a 12-year-old girl reading her journal.
Confession time.
Don't come around if you're lost.
You.
Not funny plus not funny equals not fucking funny! If you want a joke to work, you need humor. Don't you know that?
This is one of the strongest and non-sexualized female characters in gaming, and now she's constantly showing us her ass and mooning over this utterly personality-free Adam guy.
Okay, for starters, you do know that Zero Suit Samus was used in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, didn't you know that? And secondly of all, if she's moping over this Adam guy, that means she has feelings for him. You know what? Fuck it. Do I really need to explain?
She's so submissive to him that the reason you don't have your power-ups in the beginning is not because she doesn't have her power-up abilities, but because she decides not to use them until Adam says it's okay.
Samus, I'm authorizing missile use!
Dude, you couldn't even open the front door without Samus's help. The third-person action is a blend of Ninja Gaiden and Metroid, and works pretty well, aside from the inconsistent auto-aim that's forced on you.
What's wrong with auto-aim? Seriously, in a game like this, it helps out a lot.
First-person view is the only way to shoot missiles and scan things, and you're stuck standing still during this. The problem...
You are aware that the game can only be played with the Wiimote itself?
The problem is that you control third person with the Wiimote held sideways, and first person by rotating the Wiimote and pointing it at the screen. So there is always a moment of, wait, where's my reticle, every time you switch to first person.
Right. Let's say this. You're holding the Wiimote sideways, and the reticle can only be seen if you point the Wiimote at your television. So if you're going to turn it, you always know that it's going to be coming from the side, or even upwards if you decide to fling it upwards, if you know that you're going to turn it towards a screen. You can easily find it as soon as it hits the side of a television screen.
Boss battles basically consist of finding enough time to switch to first person and fire off a missile without being creamed. But hey, if you run low on health or missiles, you no longer have to kill enemies to replenish them. You just hold the A button and concentrate, and your health and missiles refill. Yes, Samus gets more missiles by thinking about it really hard. It's stupid.
Hey, at least it's better for running around for health packs.
Metroid Other M is a giant pulsing morass of bad decisions. 2 massive thumbs down out of 5.
Hey guys, it's Coolio the Hedgehog.
Really? You look more like a cat that is on fire to me.
You know, these trolls, I just can't. You know, I thought that if I came back, you trolls were gonna stop.
Vanderbeer, an idiot! Perfect. We have somebody else who is responding to trolls. What next?
And just forget about me. But you didn't, and you still keep trolling me. Why?
Simple. It's because you're a kid.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Get on with it! It's just not fair.
Look, when are people like you ever gonna learn? Ignore the trolls! Besides, they've lost their touch anyways now.
I never did anything.
Come on, get on with it.
And I've already gotten a lot of messages from this one guy called, he's called, I forgot his username, but he kept sending me messages saying, you're a bad word, and then he said, I'm gonna hack you, and he kept sending them to my inbox, and it wasn't Cloud, I know it wasn't Cloud, and it wasn't, that other guy who hacked me before Cloud.
Bored out of my head, perhaps I'll skip the next 2 minutes, that might make me feel better.
And I even have some friends that kids would call fat, but I don't call them fat.
I think he's basically inclining that he doesn't even do this sort of stuff Trolls does. He normally just stays quiet and stays away from things. Wow. Is that normally a cliche for a mama's boy?
I don't think you're fat at all. For all those trolls now, you could have a glandular problem. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. But anyway, yeah, I totally agree with you, Norm. And I hope you can get the trolls off you.
Oh, perfect. He's on about that Norm guy. You know that fat guy that did that video saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, 12 and 13-year-olds, fuck you. Yeah, he's on about that guy now.
And I hope the same thing goes for me. I hope I can get these trolls off.
Wait, you're saying that you're hoping that you can get trolls off of you? Yeah, like that's not gonna happen.
Now.
Yeah, kid, are you listening to me? You know, I'm not even gonna bother if he's not gonna listen.
And they're 14, 15-year-olds, like you said, Norm. Some of them are kids too, I think. And they're cursing and stuff, saying bad words.
Gun loaded, ready to fire. Wait a minute. You said that kids, little kids, like 4 or 5-year-olds on the internet, even spreading bad words. Guys, how in the world does that work?
Norm, I know you said bad words in your video, but I don't blame you. Sometimes I feel like saying bad words, but my mom would ground me for a year. I gotta go. My mom's coming to see what I'm doing. Bye.
I've had enough. This really isn't cool what you guys think it's cool. It's funny, it's not.
Care to explain what's the matter at all, little girl?
Just leave me alone. A lot of people on Twitter were asking me why my YouTube's unavailable.
Is that the reason why you're sad? Sounds really pathetic if you ask me.
It's because I can't take this drama anymore. Everybody's just harassing me on everything. Twitter, Formspring's the worst, and I don't know who these people are, like, they're anonymous, and, like, I can't disable anonymous questions, because if you guys didn't know, my computer's broken.
They're called trolls, and you're doing the thing you should not do. Feeding them!
Like, completely, and you can't get on anything, and so I can't turn off anonymous, and my phone keeps going off, because it gets emails, and they're saying stuff like, I'm poor, I'm fat, I'm ugly. They're saying things about my family, they're saying I live in a ghetto, my house is too small, and it's trailer trash, and they're just...
I think the reason why they're doing that is because you're giving out your information on YouTube, which is the reason why they are attacking you. Wrong move to make.
Saying all this rude stuff, and I'm like, stop, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna stop because it's funny.
Now exactly why the hell did you reply to a troll?
It's not funny. It's cruel, and I don't even know who you are, and first of all, I didn't do anything to you.
When it comes to a troll,
You need to shut the fuck up!
Then after some time, they'll just basically get tired. Okay? Now do you know what to do?
Whoever you are, just leave me alone.
Their answer would be this.
How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard?
I apologize if I seem to be going a bit too harsh on this girl, but I'm just trying to explain to her what a reaction might be from a troll if she decides to get them to stop responding to her.
I know you have me on Facebook because you were posting my last name all over Formspring and you were making fun of me and calling me all this stuff.
Then do one of 3 things. 1. Ignore it. 2. Report it. 3. Get a new goddamn Facebook.
And you were talking about pictures, and I don't even know who you are.
Listen, just calm down and put it behind your back.
I didn't want you off my Facebook, first of all. Second of all, stop. It's not funny, and all you people on YouTube who like to harass me and laugh at me and call me names and say I'm stupid, leave me alone.
Look, can't you just ignore it all? Alright? Then it would have saved you the time of uploading this retarded video of yours.
Okay? Because you think it doesn't hurt anybody what you're doing, but it does. It really bothers me. And you
Oh boy, people like her are never gonna learn.
know it's really bad. Because the last time I ended up crying like this was like a year ago. I can't even sleep. I can't do this. I don't want to be on YouTube until it all stops.
Listen, woman, do I really have to repeat myself here? Just ignore it!
You guys make it worse. Obviously not poor, but you insist. I'm trying to make my life harder than it already is. You act like being me is just so easy and just ask her what I want and I get it. It doesn't work like that.
Unfortunately, on the internet, it does.
I'm not the pretty girl that everybody likes. Like,
I think the reason why they're calling you fat and ugly is because you never show your face. I don't have a problem with that, but it's kind of odd that you're using plushies in order to show off your emotion.
everybody only wants a pretty girl. I've never been lucky enough. I've never been skinny enough. I'm never good enough. Ever. For once in my life, I just want to be good at something.
You want to be good at something? How about you be good at ignoring the trolls?
And I can't even do anything, and I know this isn't even relevant to the fortune questions. But everything is just too hard for me right now. I'll be back when things get better. If things get better.
Ignore them! Ignore them! Ignore them! Do I have to say it out loud for you? Ignore them! Just do that and you'll be fine. Okay?
So, that's why my channel's on private. That's why I won't be making videos for like a few weeks. I'm taking a break from everything but Twitter. Because I really can't take it right now. It's too stressful and I'm gonna put myself back in hospital from having another nervous breakdown that I don't need to have.
Okay, if you're not going to ignore them, how about I try cheering you up? Will this cheer you up?
I don't need to have another one.
I guess not.
So I'm going. I'm sorry if you couldn't understand me. Bye.
Hey everyone, it's Peter Rollis here, and I come up with the perfect reason why Transformers 2 is absolutely the best movie ever, and anyone who doesn't like it is a piece of shit.
If you guys want my opinion, I think the movie is okay, but nothing all that special. I mean, if I have to choose between specific movies of which one's my favorite, it would have to be an argument between three: Reign of Fire, Terminator 2, and The Good, Bad, and the Evil.
And I'll explain to you right now, and why you are so mistaken about what Transformers 2 serves as a purpose to society. Transformers 2 is the perfect... If you're a guy, you should absolutely love that movie because it has beautiful women and explosions.
Explosions make up for a typical cliche in an action movie. It's a fight scene choreography that wants to make the action movie sell it.
Not only beautiful women, but Megan Fox is the hottest woman in the world.
Okay, now let me just get this out of the way with. Megan Fox is not hot. She is not hot. She will never will be hot. And I'll be honest, her acting sucks. Even if she was in any other movie. She is not hot at all. Period.
Absolutely. Absolutely she is. Some people out there may be like, well, I don't like her, or she's ugly, or her fucking toe thumbs. That's irrelevant.
How is it irrelevant?
Socially right now, she's the hottest.
Do I really want to be looking at that?
Woman in the world. And in our society and in the public eye, Megan Fox is being crowned as the hottest woman in the world.
That's a lie!
And she's in this movie. She's in this one that you're about to see. Oh, like if you're explaining the movie to someone, this is how you explain it to them. Oh, what's Transformers 2? Okay, first off, it has the hottest woman in the world in it.
Not hot.
Wow, already sounds great. Wow, I can't wait to...
In my opinion, guys, I find men are attracted to women like that, to women like her. I find them to be just typical. That's just my opinion, though.
See that just to see her. There's also beautiful cars in the movie. Like, not pickup trucks, but like new Chevy Camaros. Beautiful cars.
I consider the cars to be more or less stunt cars.
Absolutely beautiful cars. So not only do you have the hottest woman in the world, but you
not hot.
also have beautiful cars in it. Wow. Those two things in itself sound great. Really? Is there any more? Oh yes, it gets better, young man.
Now that I think about it, I should have put him in the Insane Edition commentaries, because by the way he's behaving right here is just being absolutely nuts.
Listen to this. These beautiful cars transform into robots, and then the robots fight each other, and there's huge explosions. What? Oh my god, are you telling me there is a movie with the hottest woman in the world in it?
Not hot.
And also the most beautiful new cars I've ever seen. And those cars transform into robots and they fight each other out. This sounds like the best movie I've ever seen.
Don't you mean like this? This sounds like one of the most interesting movies I have ever heard of. I need to give this a try. Yeah, you should have said it like that, dude.
Sign me up, make that movie right now. Oh, but they make this plot about there's this cube thing and there's other guy. That's irrelevant.
Are you saying one of the most important parts of a movie, which is its storyline, are you saying that storylines are irrelevant, and the main thing that must be concentrated on must be the action behind it all? Dude, that doesn't even count.
That could be about anything. Who gives a shit about that, you know? Who gives a shit about that? Why? Why would you put any effort into that when you put effort into those other three best elements? Why? It could be on anything. They go to the zoo and then there's a war. Who gives a shit?
I'll tell you who will give a shit. The people at the zoo who are trying to run away and prevent themselves from getting killed.
You know? It's like in pornos. It's like, dude, no one's ever like, dude, that porno sucked. Dude, it was so terrible. The acting was so bad. The story didn't make any sense. And then you'd be like, but how was the women having sex? And you're like, oh, whatever. It was like too much. You know, it didn't make any sense. Like, what? What?
What exactly does pornos have to do with this movie at all?
How could you say that? Oh yeah, I don't even like that. So you're basically saying, as a man, that you are more worried about story than beautiful women, explosions, and robots fighting each other, and there also happen to be beautiful cars.
Well, yeah, you dumbass. That's how we're basically putting it.
You're gonna say no to that. Its purpose is to literally zone out and watch the most insane, perfect movie.
No, if you want to chillax, and the best way to do it is this. On Sundays, don't turn on your DVDs, tellies, computers, consoles, or whatever. Just sit back, relax, and listen to some jazzy music. That is awesome.
Cars from the future are in this movie. From the future!
Actually, those cars are stunt cars. They were mainly built to be put into the movie, not mainly built to be put in real life. Otherwise, it would be too dangerous to have them on the roads. Do you see where they're coming at with this?
They're not even available yet. They're in the movie. And they also transform into robots and fight each other to the death. You want to give that up. You'd rather give that up to the character development of John Turturro. It's not. It's completely irrelevant. I wonder how Tyrese will grow as a character, as a U.S. Army soldier.
Well, what if people actually did like the character design in each one of these movies? Not character design, character development in each one of these movies. Each character has their own special place, except for Megan Fox. She sucks. Enough said.
No, that's not what the movie's about. The movie's about is to feature every visual need. Everything you need visually, like the highest visual stimulants, is women, cars, and explosions. And it's all in the same movie. And that's what is just to melt your brain. If you can't appreciate that, I don't even want to live in a world like that. It is. I know it's degrading to the human mind, saying we're just stupid idiots who just feed off this stuff. But at the same time, it's because it's fucking good, you know? It's okay to just, it's kind of like, it's a very deviant. And I just feel like we should embrace it. And don't be so cynical to it. Except that's our society is to love it, and you have to love it too. If you're ever being negative all the time, who wants to hang out with a negative person? Not anyone that I know. For what it feeds my needs, which is women.
She is not hot. I can name several YouTuber girls that are hotter than Megan Fox, Dark Angel of Light, Gyroshity, Optic Mobby, those two girls I did the commentary on that look like some showgirls. The list goes on and on.
Cars and explosions. What can you ask for better than Transformers 2?
How about a plotline of when humans accidentally discovered this one cave underground that had some sort of creature in it? The creature escapes and takes over the world with its powerful abilities, and the human race has to fight it in order to survive. That sounds like a good enough plot for me.
Mindless. Absolutely mindless. Perfect. It's perfect. For its category of mindless, it wins the Oscar. And the Oscar for mindless movie of the forever ever?
Not funny plus not funny equals not fucking funny! If you want a joke to work, you need humor. Don't you know that?
Transformers 2. I think that's a whole new category, and Transformers 2 is breaking ground. It's a groundbreaking movie for a new genre of films. We have comedy, drama, horror, thriller. We have a new category, mindless, and Transformers 2 is the top of its category in the mindless department.
No, it's an action movie, and it counts in the action category. It may count a little bit to the comedy department, but there's too many jokes in it, and it's not even funny.
You have to exert no effort to experience the best thing in your life, and you are denying that as a good thing. Literally, that's what it is. You exert nothing, and you get back 100% of what you want. That sounds like the easiest thing to enjoy. Watch Transformers 2, and it will change your life. Change your life.
What's up, YouTube? I haven't been on here in a while, but as you can see, the time that I've been gone, I've dyed my hair.
Are you gonna get on with a rant?
And, story of my life, don't leave the bleach in for too long, because now my bangs are pretty thin compared to what they used to be, even though it doesn't look like it because I've saved it with like 10% as.
Okay, I get the idea. You look pretty dang attractive. Get with a rant already. You don't need to endlessly talk about your hair.
But, thank you, Rihanna, for dyeing and bleaching my hair. Danya, too. But,
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
What I want to talk about today is, I think they're called women activists, women's right activists. And personally, I have an issue with them.
Okay guys, in the last commentary I was shouting. This one, I'm actually confused. What the heck is she talking about?
And any other girl who's watching this is probably like, why? Why do you have an issue with a girl standing up for themselves?
Oh, now I get it. You're kind of questioning the fact on why girls are standing up for themselves. Just why?
I have an issue with it because a long ass time ago, women didn't have to work. Nobody expected women to work. Nobody expected women to have jobs, except during the war, of course, to keep the economy going. But nobody expected, like, the women were obliged to have jobs because their role was to stay at home and feed the kids and clean and then go out and do what they want to do.
Not exactly. During the time between before World War I and before World War II, women didn't even have the rights to get their higher prospective jobs or anything like that. What they had to do is that they had to work around all day and take care of the kids and do tons amount of jobs so that they just got tortured by it. In other words, they couldn't vote or anything, so that's why they had to vote for.
And what pisses me off is somebody, Susan B. Anthony, had...
Did I miss something here? Was something funny said?
To, ruin it by saying, I want a job because I'm tired of staying at home because I don't get none. It's just like, can you just calm down? Can you just relax? Because I would be cool as hell if I had a man that would pay for my stuff and just have me stay at home and let me do whatever I want at home. But I mean, maybe she didn't have it that well, but I'm cool if a dude wants to work and have me stay at home because I'm his lady.
See the room that you're in? If you did not have a job, that room of yours might not exist. In fact, if both of you didn't have a job, you wouldn't even have a house. If only one of you had a job, you would be lucky to have just a little bungalow. Alright, man, I have a question for you. Make sense now, before I fire.
But now that all that's ruined, I have to get a job. Jobs suck.
Not exactly. I mean, I have a job as a black belt teaching other kids. Are you even paying attention to me? Hello? Are you, hello? Hey, hello? Are you paying attention to me? Hello? Hello? She's not paying attention to me. Wonderful.
Within them to be different. Because I bet you a long time ago, the ovaries were called testicles once. Or the same word, wherever the word testicle came from. Wherever the word balls started. They were called the same.
Right. Let me tell you this. Ovaries and balls are not the same. Period. Each one of them has their different effects. One set carries eggs, one set carries... well, you basically know all that jazz. Also, I'm pretty sure that balls started in the mid-50s, when New York was under its own development. Do you get what I'm talking about?
But some woman had to make herself feel different and defiant from just the simplest shit to where she went up to them and was like, we are different, this is two different things, and you just have to make things complicated. And I'm like, why are women like that? I'm a woman, yeah, but why do they have to make things complicated?
Honestly, at first I didn't get it much either, but if you looked at the way women were being treated back then, you would probably agree why they would wanted stuff like jobs and stuff like that. Think about it. They were being treated like slaves. Slaves! Do you get what I'm talking about? Huh?
Because I've seen just stay-at-home moms, and they've got cool as hell life. I mean,
might be because the woman's husband works for Mr. McMahon or Microsoft. I know that wasn't funny, but it's the first thing that pops into my mind whenever she says that.
hey, look at my mom. It's just shit, cool as hell. But there's always those few women that have to have a problem with simple things. And that's just what gets to me. Why do you have a problem? Why? I don't know, YouTube. But excuse my voice because I have tonsillitis.
Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but doesn't tonsillitis normally make you constantly cough? I mean, throughout this video, she must have done this a lot in order to get this right. I mean, throughout this video, we might have been expecting at least 7 to 8 coughs. Seriously. But if you know, does tonsillitis make you constantly cough or something like that? Because I'm actually surprised that she can do it in a condition like that. Also, you're wondering why women want to have their own rights to get a job and stuff like that? Listen, your life would be more successful and more brilliant if you literally do have a job. It's not your choice, but however, if you do have a job, then your family and everyone else around you would thank you for the lives you would give them.
And, it sucks. Because there's a hole in my tonsil, and it is rotting away as we speak inside of my throat.
Stay on topic.
But anyways, back to those women. You know, I think as speaking from, like, if I put my mind in a guy's mind,
it's called telekinesis.
Because I can't really say this as a girl, because I'm a girl. But if I'm thinking as a guy, I think women are just way better with some duct tape on their face.
Good gravy, the jokes on Happy Meals are funnier than this.
Right here, too. Right there, right there. Because they just need to shut up. Can't they just make me a sandwich? Can't they just get naked. It's just like, come on. Stop wasting your time.
I think she's implying that every man and woman should have a sex life instead of having both of them having jobs and living successful lives. I don't get how that works.
Shut your mouth and do it. I mean, can't all women be like that? Honestly, I truly believe that like 57% of world problems would be solved if women just fucking shut up.
What? 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 Seriously, what? 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 Seriously, what? What?
Just X. Oh. Sorry.
Except those women in like India or whatever, where they have to walk before the men to check for bombs and shit, and like they get blown up before the dude does. That's fucked up.
You don't say.
'Cause I mean, that's just fucked up. You're blowing a person up. I mean, there's a difference between staying at home and being blown up. So, you know, the line stops around American traditions, because that's pretty much all I know. But I mean, if you're an Indian woman and you want to be rebellious, and I can see why. I'm not even sure if it's Indian, but, you know, just being given an example.
You really want a woman to record themselves in India going up to something that might be an explosive and blowing themselves up for the men? That's fucked up even on belief.
Yeah. But, anyways, peace out, YouTube. Kinda tired. So, see you later.
Alright, so this video we're about to watch is made, it's August 21st, 2007.
And you're doing this video recently in 2011. Okay, kind of odd to make a response that late. But that's just my opinion. Ah, screw it, what am I saying? It's too late for a response, girls!
By ArchMC 2012. We thought we would make a video response because it severely pissed us off. We're about to watch it and make comments throughout us watching it, so...
Oh, I see, you're doing it as a style of a commentary then. Fair enough.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Secondly, already. Okay, earlier I talked about my...
I'll say this right now, but Macs aren't the best type of computer for this style of commentary. I mean, yes, we're able to hear the audio, but it doesn't really go that well. I mean, if you want a good enough commentary that does that sort of stuff, look up Random DCE. He doesn't use a Mac, he just uses a regular old PC, and I'm pretty sure he'll tell you what he does in order to, well...
Right? I did that earlier too. Right now, what I'm gonna talk about is emos and scene kids. Oh no!
I don't think there was any point in that peace sign, mate, I'll be honest with you on that.
Okay, first of all, starting off, I know I'm gonna get the comments or messages or something like, no, she's a sand kid, yeah, you're emo, look at your hair, you're a side bang. First of all,
what's a side bang?
You girls don't know what a sideburn is? Well, okay. It's a type of hairstyle that has something to do with your fringe, but the fringe technically goes over one of your eyes, basically. It's kind of the same way as the sideburns go down and form and sort of morph with your beard and mustache, but instead the hair from your fringe goes over your eye. That may sound weird, but it's actually the fringe itself that goes over. You don't grow hair over your eyes, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, it's basically a hairstyle that covers one of your eyes.
Everybody has a side.
Second of all, no, you don't look emo at all. You look like an ugly Canadian.
Nice comeback. Not!
I'm gonna get the answer yes. But okay,
And
listen to me. Listen to this. Do email?
Everyone has
emails
bangs,
or jail?
and a side bang.
No, because...
Earlier on, you asked what was a side bang, and now you're all of a sudden saying everyone has a side bang, and you know what one is? Wow, that must be one of the biggest hypocrisies I have ever seen in my entire life.
Because we're not jealous losers like you.
Yeah. If I see an emo that's wearing a JL shirt with like chains on their pants, I'm gonna kick their shit out.
Oh really? That doesn't even make sense. Dude,
yes, I said kick their shit out. I don't care, that's a new term, you guys better catch on to it. Anyways, continuing on.
Are you gonna say something now? No? No.
Here, and then they take their photo. Well, that is the most annoying thing ever, and that's the stupidest trend ever.
Your face
and
is
it's
stupid.
killing me.
Now that was one of the longest delays I have ever seen in my entire life. Plus also, you end it with a response like this. Your head is stupid? Pfft, some insult that is.
Yeah. Because I hate it when
With that
people
Betty
do
Boop
that.
thing in the
Have
background.
Like, picture sideways and like.
You can't have Betty Boop and Nightmare
cell
Before
phone shots
Christmas
where
in
they
the
just
same
take camera,
freaking
it's like,
wall.
She can if she wants to. It's her choice. I mean, it's like, say, for example, I can listen to music, but I can't listen to different groups. Like, say, if I listen to Avenged Sevenfold, I can't listen to Daft Punk. Look, I have a choice, you know, and so does she.
Yeah, that's
We're
not
in the same room.
That is a fucking horrible contradiction.
And yes, we are very attractive.
Hate mail coming my way, but guys, I actually have to agree with her. I do find these two girls somewhat attractive. I mean, my last girlfriend, without the freaky makeup, you know, the Joker makeup, looked somewhat a little bit like the sort of style these girls are like. But at least she was smarter than these two.
Every emo kid I know is attractive.
And like I was saying about their hair, scene kids have like 70,000 different colors. Okay, right now
I'm a scene kid. I have one color in my...
Okay, what was up with that cat thing? And also, it doesn't even matter what kind of hair content you add, kid. Just stick with it, alright?
I have.
But like, when I have blonde and red
Yeah, but
hair,
you don't have
everybody would be
70,000.
like, oh, you're such a scene kid.
And
but,
so
like,
you need to stop over.
You're not a scene kid. Get over yourself.
I refuse to even
You
get
just
my
want to be a
ears,
scene
like,
kid. That's why you hate us.
Yep.
Let me get this straight. You said that she hates you because she wants to be like you. Guys, could you tell me how that works at all?
I have two colors in my hair. Like right now it's a little brown underneath. That's because of my natural hair color that's growing in, even though I'm naturally blonde.
Okay, you're naturally blonde, but your natural color that's coming in is brown.
I haven't seen a video they're commentating on, but I have seen the girl they are commentating on. She is not brown at all. She's just plain blonde.
It's
really
like
smart.
their facial, like their everything on their face. Usually, all of them have like
We all don't have
spectrums
fucking
or snake bites or.
I don't have any facial piercings.
I have my nose. I have my
You
nose.
have your nose, but you're not wearing it.
3 across here, and then like 8 down their ear, and then like
Your
wearing bad
piercings
t-shirts,
are
and then they're like
retarded.
trying to.
Apparently ear piercings are retarded now instead of common. Huh. Wow. Never liked the things in the first place, so why the fuck should I care about them?
Kiss or something.
Vanderbeer! An idiot! If you guys are wondering what kind of joke that was, it was something that I used in the commentary against that Justin Bieber fan fag, and I actually enjoyed it as well as my generic gun joke, so I'm decided to use that as well. Anyways, seriously girls, what is up with that cat thing? Would you stop being distracted by that cat?
ACDC.
That's
wrong.
The only reason we wear those type of thing, like my Valentine's shirt, is because they're fucking awesome victims. That's
Yes, they're great bands, alright. But if I wanted to go with a rock band for someone of my choosing, I would go with Rise Against. But if I would go for a metal band of my choosing, I would go with either Disturbed or Metallica. Metallica, definitely.
the only reason.
Their music is so, they try so hard, and like they listen to their music and they give new genres to their music.
No, we don't.
Bands make up new genres for their music because original metal and original punk is born.
Actually, I think it went a lot more like this. You see, some bands were fed up of being in the same category for so long that they decided to divide themselves into different subgenres of different music so that they can be a part of that. But the problem was with each one is that it didn't took that long for punk rock to be invented. However, it took one hell of a long time before metal was invented.
And they don't know what they're really listening to. Like, they'll think they're listening to punk, but they don't know what real punk is.
Punk
so they
rock,
can't
Green Day.
necessarily be
Green Day is
listening to
punk rock.
They can be
I don't like them. I prefer Rise Against.
listening to new modern punk, like how like some people think Simple Plan is punk, or how MCR is rock metal.
MCR is alternative rock.
You're gonna get comments that are like, MCR
If you want metal, listen to Metallica.
So far, this is the only score against the responder. They actually know the categories of music.
Seriously, as kids say to me that MCR is rock metal. I'm not making this up. Honestly.
Your eyebrows look stupid.
The next thing, to do with music, is they'll put down all the real punk and the real hardcore metal. They won't listen to it at all.
I listen to everything that I put on my Facebook.
The only thing I don't listen to is rap, pop, and country. That shit is disturbing and retarded.
Everybody can have their own pitiful opinion on each one of their music. I mean, I'm a various liker. I listen to a bit of everything, which is the reason why I listen to Daft Punk every now and again, as well as Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, Disturbed, bit of everything. But when I say taste in music, you have to accept that.
Yeah, let's go have sex and do drugs, because that's what we do.
And call our women bitches and hoes.
Did I miss something here? Something funny said?
Everybody would be like, that's not real rock, or
because you don't know any real rock bands. AC/DC, ZZ Top, Journey,
all mixed up like that.
What others? Motley Crue,
Their actions,
Guns N' Roses, Rolling Stones,
the way they take their photos, and the way they act in public, the way they try to
White
talk,
Snake,
and their actions at concerts. That's the main thing. They.
I'm guessing they're starting a little bit of a mosh pit here. Okay, I think I should get my distance before this starts up because I really do not want to be in the middle of all of this.
Go to concerts and then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna mosh. I'm gonna get all into that.
People do mosh. If you would watch a real concert video.
And they're not even doing it right, or
no.
Main action that they
we know how to
is
mosh.
when they take photos and they're like,
yeah.
I hate
that.
I
take my photos like that.
Thing ever.
My photos like that.
Not funny, plus not funny, equals not fucking funny! If you want a joke to work, you need humor. Don't you know that?
That's really something that kills me inside. Okay, for their sites, sites where emails go, let's go for Nexopia. How they have their names.
Nexopia?
I don't even know about them. People call me fucking emo.
Teacher, I know the answer. Who gives a rat's ass?
You guys are probably wondering what is it with me and playing all these clips. The answer is simple. For the first time ever, I'm lost in words and what I should say. The agony is painful, I'll tell you that.
And then their pages will have emo layouts. And there really are people that make emo layouts on Nexopia if you search it up.
Plus, emo is just a style and a genre of music.
I hate how they have their pages.
Wrong! Emo sits with the same category of music as metal. The only category of music between the rock groups that are different towards them is regular rock, punk rock, and the screamer rock.
Like that, and then all of their pictures are upside down, backwards,
Okay guys, if you're gonna start with the sexual jokes of what I said earlier on of that I actually find these girls attractive, you can GTFO. Secondly of all, I'm gonna be skipping the rest of this part because I don't think you want to see her face all up in yours for the rest of this part.
Because you can't do it, that's all.
Well, she can't do it without looking down. You know, we like to take pictures with our cat's balls in our mouth.
Good gravy, the jokes on Happy Meals are funnier than this.
And do we really want to have a thought of any furry stuff in our minds at all? I don't think so, so you should better stop whilst you're ahead.
Everything's all, like, nobody cares. Nobody likes it.
Your
face don't. That's
you're nobody. You're the nobody that likes it.
I can't believe throughout this entire video it's just been a fest of nitpicky needs of how butthurt these girls are.
I hate that. Yet they can still do it and be
That's probably why you're single.
I'm so cool because
And that's also why you made a video right after this one saying what's wrong to kill emo kids.
Like, who cares?
I'm just finding this a pain to sit through, because like I said, I'm just lost for words, especially on the statement like that.
And going on from like that, and then Exopias, all of their blogs.
What is an Exopia?
No.
Since there is so much negativity here, I'm just gonna skip this part out. And there's only less than 5 minutes of the video left, so let's just get this the hell over with.
Stomp emos, but like, you are in for it.
In for what?
So.
Have you guys noticed a pattern at all with this video? The video started off perfectly in sync, and now here we are nearly at the end of the video, and it's almost completely out of sync. Well, it's completely out of sync in general.
In for it.
In for what?
Like, it bothers me so much how they don't realize. Like, they probably do realize that everybody hates them, but they don't care.
Everybody loves me.
I don't
Me
care
too.
what people think
I'm
of
really
me, which is
popular.
why I'm saying all of this, because I
I'm
know
not
I'm
that popular,
gonna
but I don't talk to a lot of people.
Everybody hates
But
preps
it
because
bothers
preps
me how they're
who wear
so
that jealous
we don't
loser
give
stuff
crap
that you
about
wear.
it, and yet they'll go and
Must pull trigger, but so close to the end, what do I do?
That's who they hate because the bitches.
oh my god, this guy's
Finally, something for me to commentate over, and yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself saying that is the lamest insult I have ever heard. Damn!
The Abercrombie and Fitch shit, and all of that, and the American Eagle. No one wants to wear that stupid shit.
just kills me even
Those
that,
stores
okay?
smell like freaking
And I think I should
penis.
Formaldehyde. Dead people. They smell like dead people.
my sister or
I'm bored, I'm skipping up until the final portion.
Make other people just punch you in the face because of this. This is freaking retarded. I don't know why you would do this. You're like,
she's gonna be the next Jessie Slaughter.
yes, yes you are. And so, I just want to say I dislike you so bad that if I found you in Canada, I would rip your soul out.
Vanderbeer! An idiot! Okay, I'll quickly tell you this. I believe that some people can easily become your friends if you are emo or a scene kid or whatever, and yet you don't need to worry about it. I mean, take me for example. My girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, was goth, but yet she didn't have the disturbing nature. Yet her and I were still a good couple. But yet you're taking this video so seriously, as if you're going as far to sending death threats towards a person who was just basically spreading their own opinion. This is the lowest thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Ooh.
I don't know why I just said that, but I would rip your soul out. Damn!
I wouldn't pee on her if she was on fire. Or him. He looks like a guy.
Anyways, yes, so I just want to tell you that you are a stereotyping bitch that I dislike without a passion. And you need to get somewhere in life. Besides trying to say that we look stupid. Well, I imagine to other people we look stupid right now, but this is us, so you don't need to be dissing us.
You need to shut the fuck up!